Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to part 6 of the Sea of Stars walkthrough. We just left the port town of Brisk, and now we're going north and then all the way toward the east so we can get to the abandoned wizard's lab. I have found the door, but it seems I will only be able to lift it a few inches. Valere? On your mark, pal. Commence! Yolanda, hurry! No sweat, big guy. Demolition is my middle name. Haha, that's what you get, you old ruin. That's one way to do it. A job well done, mateys. Better let the captain know our part of the mission was a success. Zale's crew might need a few pointers in there, so I will remain with them for now. Sure, can't hurt to have a mage around. Oh, I will prove to be a valuable companion, or my name is not Keenathan. Have it your way, then. Coming, Valere? Aye, good luck in there. My, what an improbable place. And look at this device. I wonder what it does. This is a lot to take in. Why don't you explore a bit? Okay, let's start by going to the left side, and then hitting square will push the block all the way up there. If you go to the left side, there's going to be a save point and also a campfire to rest at. So we'll go ahead and use those services, making sure that we're all ready for this area. Then you can push the block over and up. That allows you to climb up to the top part and then go over, open the treasure chest here to get a green crystal. Now we're going to hop back down and go toward that device in the center of the room. There's a white dot over on the right side. We can put a crystal in that side. So put the green crystal there and then run up and go into the green portal. As you go up, you'll get into a fight right away. This is a new enemy called the Arcane Sentry. They're not too difficult. Their main attack is they swirl around a little magic ball and they shoot it at you. It's pretty easy to dodge because all you have to do is hit the dodge button right before it lands on you. So you shouldn't have too much problem getting rid of these guys. I tend to focus on the ones that have a countdown of 2 to begin with because it takes about 2 physical attacks to end these enemies. So we'll just hit them a couple times and then they'll be done. After the battle, head up and step onto the purple rune tile that will change the floor around. So then go hop over the gap and then stick toward the left side. You can do a couple more hops and then climb, and that will take you up to the blue tile. Step on that and that will change the room around again. Now we're going to go down and then keep hopping across this area. When you go down, you can go all the way to the right side and then climb your way up to the top. What we want to do is hop down below, and then we can step onto that purple tile again, and that will open up the treasure chest up top. Also, the floor comes back, so we can just run around instead of having to do all that hopping. So once you get up to the top, open up this chest, and you'll see that it now contains a blue crystal. So let's hop down, and then we can head all the way back through the green portal and go back toward the center device. We are going to take the green crystal out of the device, and we're going to put the blue crystal into the device, which will then open up a blue portal for us. So let's go inside of that one. Head up, and then there's going to be a couple of holes in the floor, and those are actually teleporters. So hop down into the one straight above you, and then you will hop up this ledge. There's a monster roaming around on the left side, so you can sneak up on him to get an early attack in pretty easily. These guys aren't too difficult. They're called Wanderers, and we're just going to hit them once or twice just to take them out. What's really nice is that if you get that sneak attack to begin, you're able to boost your first attack, and that should be enough to kill these guys outright in one attack. So pretty easy fight for us. After the fight, you want to go over toward the right side. There's going to be a portal that you can jump down into, and that will move you over toward the right side. Now just head straight up, climb up the ladder, and then go up and to the right. There's another enemy to take out. These are the same arcane sentries as before, so we'll just start with this one. On the left side, it has a countdown of 2, and we're able to take this guy out pretty easily with just a couple attacks. We do have to endure one attack from this arcane sentry on the right side, but we're able to dodge his attacks very easily and then finish him off with one more attack. So this one isn't too bad either. Now go over to the right side, hop down here, and then go under the bridge over toward the left, climb the ladder, then go right and hop around down. This will take you down a long flight of stairs, and then you can hop into the hole in the floor that'll take you up and to the right, and then step on the blue tile. That's going to bring another platform into place, and that's where we have to go. There are some enemies over there, so just be prepared for that. You have to heal up if you're low on health or anything like that. And then just follow the same path that you took before, jumping over this area, down the stairs, and then go around into this new area and fight the enemies. We've seen 2 of these enemies before, the Wanderer and the Arcane Sentry, but the other one in the middle is called a Kroob, and it's very similar to the ones that we fought in the tutorial. They just kind of hop up in front of you and then land, so they're pretty easy to dodge. We're just going to start by taking out that Arcane Sentry. If we got the back attack to begin the fight, we could have taken out that Wanderer in one go, but he's pretty easy to take out too. Even without blocking, he only does 8 damage to us, so not so bad of a fight at all. If the Kroob's countdown expires, it's going to use the thunder attack. All you have to do is dodge when the third lightning bolt is about to come down. That one's a pretty easy one to time as well. After the fight, go up and step on the purple tile. That's going to open up a new passageway for us, and that will also raise up a platform taking us to the switch on the bottom. So go over, hop down the purple runic hole, and then you can hop up the ledge just above you and then down to flip the switch. That raises up yet another platform, so we'll go all the way back to the beginning of this area and we'll jump down the one portal that we haven't gone into yet. We skipped it on the first time, but now we're going to go through it. So we'll go back to the beginning area and then over toward the right. That will allow us to go down, and we will teleport once again right through there, and that takes us to the last little bit here. Interact with the glowing diamond on the ground, and that's going to reveal that we can now put in 2 different ones of the gems that we have, or the crystals. So now we get to do a little fun of mixing and matching colors. We're going to just run over toward the campfire real quick so that we can heal up and get that free heal. You can also save it if you want to, But otherwise, we're going to go back toward that middle device, and we're going to put in the other crystal that we have. The blue one's there right now. Let's put the green one over on the left side. And now we're going to go up and through the portal, which is now a teal color. The first thing that you want to do is head over toward the left side. You can go down the ladder and then into the water. Just on the other side of this pier, you can see a treasure chest popping out. There's another rainbow conch in there. Now let's go back over toward that ladder, climb up, and then jump across the pillars until we get to the other side. Now head down, and toward the left you can see a little pedestal here. Interact with it, and that's going to cause a bunch of enemies to spawn right by you. We've dealt with most of these enemies before, but there is a new one that shows up, and that's the crystal tulip. It's the one all the way on the right side that has the 3 moon emblems on it. So what we're going to do is use Garl to hurl it over toward the other enemies, just so that they're all kind of grouped up together nicely. Now that they're all grouped up nicely, you can have Zale use his sunball attack, and you can really hit all these enemies at the same time if you aim it correctly. So that'll be a good way to damage all of the enemies, but we still have to disable that Crystal Tulip's skill that it's about to use. We only have 1 turn left, so let's use Valere's Moonerang attack, and if we can bounce that thing off the enemy 3 times, it will disable its skill. And that's very important because this thing, it doesn't take any damage from attacks, but if you allow it to go through all of its countdown, then it will do a very powerful explosion, and that will not be good for us. So by disabling its attack, that basically is what kills it off. So that's all you really have to do to get rid of that enemy. You effectively defuse the bomb, and that will destroy it. After the battle, you'll see that a light starts to shine on the pillar next to the waterfall. So we need to get all 3 of those to fill up. Let's push the crystal pillar over toward the left side, and then we can interact with another pedestal that was behind that, and we'll get into a fight with basically the same enemies as before. So let's take them out the same way. Now the waterfall pillar has 2 lights that are illuminated. We just need 1 more for that. So let's go over and push the crystal pillar up and then over toward the right side. Now we can climb up and interact with the pillar all the way at the top of this area, and that will spawn in some more monsters. This time it's just 2 little guys, not a big deal. So let's hop down and attack them and just take them out very quickly. After that fight, all 3 of the glowing circles are illuminated, so that will stop the waterfall from flowing, showing us a treasure chest. A platform raises up, and we can run over there and get the treasure chest. This contains a red crystal, so now we have a blue crystal, a green crystal, and a red crystal. The portal turns on again. Let's head back that way and go back through that portal so we can go back to the main hub area. So far we've done the green crystal and the blue crystal individually, so let's do the red crystal individually. And we'll do that by taking off the 2 crystals that are currently there and putting only the red crystal on one of the pedestals. That will start a red portal that we can go through. This room is just a giant sliding block puzzle that we've seen before. There are 3 different pressure points on the ground, and you have to slide the purple blocks onto those, ultimately getting up to the top so that the 2 purple ones at the top have crystals on them. So start off by going to the bottom left corner, push it toward the right, and then up. That will disable the blue barricades. Now if you go over toward the top right area, there's going to be another block. Push that one down and then toward the left, and that will stop against the green side. Then push it down onto that. Now move over toward the bottom right section, push it toward the left, and then push it up so it's on that block. That will turn off the green barricades. Then go over toward the right, up and toward the right. That'll shoot it all the way to the other side. And now what you can do is go up and to the right and then down, and then it will just be waiting next to that green barricade. Now push the bottom left one left, up and left. It shoots all the way over, and then push it down, right, down, left, and up. Now all the green barricades are gone. Let's go up to the top left area. We'll push that one all the way toward the right side, and now we just have to push it up and the other one up, and that will solve the puzzle. Now just go up, interact with the glowing diamond on the ground, and that's going to turn on the 3rd crystal holder, so now we can make lots of combinations of colors. Let's head on out of here, and we already have the red crystal in place, so let's put another color on one of the other pedestals, and that will open up a new portal. So if you put the blue one there, you're going to create a purple portal, and let's go up and through that one. This one doesn't have any fighting or anything, but it's kind of interesting. If you head up toward the top and then jump over to the right, you can go across the path and then up the rock wall, then over toward the right. Hop over and down, you can interact with the pedestal. That's going to change the rock wall on the right, allowing you access all the way up to the top part. Go back up the rock wall and then over toward the right side. You can climb it now and then interact with the well on the right side. Hey, right here in the well. I lost my watch in the lake and a fish swallowed it. Would you mind catching it for me? Ought to be glowing. Let's run over to the pond and then we can cast our line out. You can see that the fish is indeed sparkling gold. If we can land our bobber right next to it, we should be able to pull them in pretty easily, and that will complete this because we've caught a golden watch. Now that that's done, go talk to the well again. Did you find my watch? That hit the spot. Thank you very much, my friend. Here's a little something for your trouble. Gives us a treasure chest, and inside of it we have a mage knight armor. Now this is a pretty good piece of armor that we're going to give to Valere. It does lower the physical defense by 4, but it raises the magic defense by 13, so that is a big increase overall. Now we're just going to backtrack toward the entrance of this area and go back through the portal. Back in the hub room, we will go down. We've done red and blue, so now let's do red and green crystals. So we'll remove the blue one, put the green one in. That makes a yellow color, and we will go into this portal. This area has pressure plates on the ground, and if you step on them, it will show you which of the different floating platforms are safe and which ones are not safe. If there's a glow to it, then that is safe. If you step on one of the other ones, it will fall down and then you'll have to start the area over. They do remain gone after they fall down, so you can just kind of stumble your way through it, but there is actually a smart way to go about that by looking at which ones are safe and memorizing them, and then just going along with that. So once you pass the first one, there are some enemies that we need to take care of. They're not very difficult, we've seen them all before, so just take them out quickly and then we can move on with this place. Let's go up the stairs on our left side, and if you step on the pressure plate here, you'll see that there's a certain pattern starting on the left side and going up one and then over across the middle and then up from there on the right side. That's the safe way to go through that one. On the next side, we do have some more monsters, so let's just take these guys out. And then we will go to the left side and the right side so that you can see all of them. The pressure plates are broken up to show the back half of the area on the left and the front half of the area on the right. So by looking at both of them, we'll get a good idea for the path that we need to take through the next section. If we go up the left stairs and step onto the pressure plate, we'll see that basically right on top of where you can see on this platform, you go up 3 and then over toward the right 3 and then up from there. If you go toward the right side, you'll see we start on the right side, we go up 3 and then all the way to the left. So we'll jump 1, 2, 3, go left, 1, 2, 3, go up 2, over 3 toward the right, and then up 2. That's the safe way to do it. Now we'll go up the ladder on the right side, and that will take us to the treasure chest up here, and if we open it, we get a rainbow conch. You only get that if you complete all of the different color combinations for the portals. The rewards do all go in the same order, so even if you switch up what colors you're using to open the portals, it doesn't matter. You'll get the Mage Knight armor in the same order, you'll get all the crystals that you have to collect in the same order, all the pedestal colors, all that kind of stuff is all in the exact same order no matter which portals you go through. So don't worry about going at them in any certain order at all. You just have to do all of them to get that rainbow conch in any order that you want. Okay, once we're done with that, we're going to rest up at the campsite and then do a quick save because we have a boss coming up next. Let's go back toward the center area and we will go to the third pedestal and we're going to put the blue crystal on that. That will create a white portal. Let's go up and into the portal to interact with the boss up here. Huh? Hello? Anybody out there? Be careful, Carl. We don't know what to expect here. I found something. What is that? Maybe the coin is in there. Wait! Feels powerful. Get ready. This is the Chromatic apparition. It always starts off in this form and it does shift to different forms throughout the fight. But when the arms are out like this, it is weak to magic attacks. So I like to start off the fight by using Moonerang. It can do a lot of damage as an opening move. Now this form also resists your physical attacks. You can negate that by using a boost with Zale or Valere, but I like to have a Garl start off by hitting it, even though it resists it. That puts some orbs on the ground that I can absorb and then boost and do some good damage with Zale. So we've done about 100 or so damage from the first round alone. That's pretty good. In this form, it likes to just put its hands together above its head and then slam down. That's pretty easy to block. This form does have another kind of nasty trick up its sleeves that we'll see in just a moment. It's able to summon in a new monster to fight against us. And there you can see it's another one of those crystal tulips. and then it shifts its form. It uses shape shift, and that will put up a different form that is weak to physical attacks and strong against magic. So it's the opposite of the first form. What we want to do is take out that crystal tulip because we do not want it to explode in our face. And we're going to use Moonerang because we had a couple of those moon emblems out there. So we'll take out all of those across both enemies pretty quickly. Luckily, the boss in this form, it gives us ample time to get rid of all of the different emblems on its attack. So what we want to do is just have Garl take away all the hammer icons, and then we can have Zale finish off the crystal tulip. And then all we have to do is on our next turn have Zale boost to get the sun element and then take it out, removing both the sun and the sword emblems. If it does get through its countdown, it's not a big deal. It uses an attack called the Arcane Singularity. It basically sucks all 3 party members up and then shoots them out against the back wall behind you, and it does about 15 damage to all the party members, so not a big deal at all. What is a big deal is its standard attack when it does not have the emblems that you can break. It's much more devastating. And what it does is it puts these orbs up into the air and it fires them in a barrage of 3 hits that do absolutely tremendous damage to us. Even if you block all 3 of them, you're still going to take upwards of 60 to 70 damage. So it'll instantly kill you if you don't get those blocks. That's a very dangerous thing to do. So you always want to make sure that your characters have really full HP when you're fighting this form, where it doesn't have the arms and just has the ribbons floating around behind its head. Because this form of the boss is weak to physical attacks, all we're going to do is keep pummeling it with those physical attacks, doing lots of damage, upwards of about 100 damage with all 3 characters combined. Just make sure that you do keep their health up because you don't want it to use its purple orb attack and eliminate one of your characters if they're a little bit low on HP. So right now, Garl does not have enough to use his Nourish skill, but I can just use an item with Zale, and that will make sure that Valere's HP gets filled up nicely so that I can survive the next attack. The boss tends to give more time to try to disable its Arcane Singularity attack than it does the purple orbs. So whoever gets hurt with the purple orbs, heal them right away, either through an item or by using Garl's Nourish skill. If you're going to use Nourish, look for when he puts his hand in his bag. He'll swirl it 2 times, and when he stops after the second swirl, that's when you want to hit the X button, and that will perfectly time it. And you'll know that you get it right because instead of pulling out an apple, he'll pull out a sandwich and throw that. And that will do a lot more healing for you. So the proper timing for Nourish is after he does the second circle inside of his bag with his hand, and then he'll just briefly stop before pulling it out and push it right when he stops. So that was Arcane Singularity. You can see it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, not a big deal for us. We're just going to hit it with a few more physical attacks. And at this point you can see that it is in critical health. Its head is kind of heaving up and down like it's breathing hard, and also the purple crystal that forms its heart, that is shattered. It's kind of cracked right down the middle of it, and that is a very good visual indication for when the boss is almost dead, and once you hit it like that, he's going to be gone. I did accidentally kill it during one of my practice runs, and I got the stretch quest trophy at that point. I just wanted to show you that this is what it looks like when you defeat him and get the trophy at the same time. Look, that's gotta be the coin we need. Got coin of Undeath Accord. Alright, there's our ticket to Wraith Island. Ahoy, you got the coin. A job well done. Let's go back to Brisk. The captain will be waiting. First off, we're going to head toward the left. We're just going to rest at the campfire, and we can save it if we need to. Now we're just going to leave this place by heading down and out of here, and once we're outside, we'll just head toward the left. That takes us back to the main world map, where we will just continue heading toward the left until the end of the pathway, and then head south back down to the port town of Brisk. Well, before I left the last time, I said that I would show you how to play the Wheels game, so let's head back toward the Humble Boast Tavern, and we're going to go down to the bottom right corner and interact with the table to play a little bit of Wheels. And I'll explain the rules of how it goes and just show you what it looks like when you win against the champion match there. Want to play some Wheels? We'll play a champion game here. So how it works is that both players, the computer is up top and I am down on the bottom. We each get 10 life points, if you want to call them that. And then you start off by choosing which of your figurines to put on the bottom. There's going to be the square side on the left and the diamond side on the right. So I put my mage on the left side and my warrior on the right side. And you can see that there's little towers that stand up next to those things, next to the figurines. Those towers represent how much energy you need to give them in order for them to attack the enemy. So what we want to do is we will spin our wheel by hitting the R2 button, and that will make all of the reels on the bottom spin around, and they will land on something kind of like a slot machine. We don't choose where they stop or anything, but we can lock them in so that they won't continue to spin. You have to spin it 3 times in order for that turn to end, and whatever it lands on, those are the things that is going to happen. So if you get matches for things that are the energy, so the green diamond things, that will give energy to the figure on the right side, and the orange squares will give energy to the ones on the left side. Now, there are also those hammers. Those build up your wall in the middle, and you do want to keep your wall up for defense. So the enemy has an archer in the top left corner. The archer can't shoot above a wall of 3, so as long as we keep our wall high enough, we're immune to those attacks, and that's very good for us. And we're just going to keep working to give our characters energy, and that will allow them to keep attacking. Now you'll also see that some of the reels, they have these blue sparkly ones. Those give your characters basically level up points. You can see on the bottom just below our figurines, there's little notches that are cut off. And if you look on the right side for the warrior, there are 3 glowing ones on the left side and then 3 black ones. What happens is if you can fill up all of those level up energies, then the figurine goes down and comes back up a stronger version of itself. So they start off as bronze, and then they turn silver, and then they turn gold. And so you want to get them up to a higher level because they'll do more damage. And also if you get them gold and then they fill up their experience meter again, then it will put a bomb directly behind the enemy's wall, which will do guaranteed damage to them. The warrior itself, it is fairly strong. It doesn't take a whole lot of energy to make it attack, but if there's any wall at all for the enemy side, we can't do any damage to it. It will block our attack. So right now it's pretty useless. The mage, on the other hand, has a special ability where it fires 2 fireballs, one at the ground to work on taking out some of the barricade or the wall, and then it shoots another one up into the air to do a guaranteed damage to it. So that's kind of a nice thing where you get 2 attacks for the price of 1. It does take more energy to get the mage to attack than what it does for the knight, and we do want to use that knight to attack and take out that wall, but it's also a good idea to use the mage first to eliminate the wall and do some damage, and then have your knight follow that up. So it's overall a pretty fun game. I really like the strategy of it, and there's also a little bit of chance to it. Looking at the enemy pieces here, just the archer, like I explained, they can attack pretty easily, but they also can't hit the target if the wall is over 3. So just keep your wall up and you should do pretty well against these guys. The other enemy figurine on the right side is like a healer, and what it does is it restores life points to the enemy's crown or their castle, whatever you want to call it, and it will also lower the requirement for the other enemy figurine to attack. So you'll see that it is going to get enough energy really soon that it will be able to restore 2 life points and then also make it a little bit easier for the enemy to attack with its archer. So we have our wall in place. We're feeling pretty good about that. We're going to focus on giving our mage some energy. Anytime you see a symbol that has 2 of them put together, that's really nice because they're like matched up already. And you should be trying to get multiples of the same emblem to show up on your reel by locking them in. The more of them that you have that are the same, the more energy that you'll be giving them. So you do want to get those matches as much as possible, otherwise you won't be doing a whole lot with your rounds and just kind of be wasting your time. So that's kind of the premise of it all. There are other figurines that are out there, and we will be collecting them as we go throughout this game. We'll get a new one as we go along, and after we win this fight, we will get the archer figurine as a reward for winning the championship match in Brisk. So I'm just going to let this one play out, and hopefully I did a decent job of explaining a fairly complicated game. It took me a couple tries just to figure this all out, but I do really enjoy this, and I'm looking forward to continuing to play this against the other challengers in other taverns throughout the world. Alright, we're closing in on the end of the game here. I did just get my wall built up nicely, so I'm not too worried about that archer right now. I'm just going to give the mage some extra energy so that it can attack. And what that's going to do is allow us to attack 2 times, like I said. And it's going to obliterate the enemy's wall, and then it will do another attack to take its life points down even further, and then we will be able to also get that mage to level up again. Even though it's gold, it will just place a bomb behind the enemy wall, and that will guarantee our win. So the mage is ready to attack. We're going to attack once to destroy the wall, attack twice to lower its life points, and then place that bomb out there, and that's going to do it for us. And the enemy raises the white flag, and we declare victory. Hey, you won! Congratulations, here's your prize. Found 1 archer figurine. That's a pretty good prize. We're going to use that in the next wheels match that we use. But let's head on outside, and we will follow the dock around all the way until we see our pirate friends waiting for us, just past these merchants on the left. Well, y'all gone and done it. Stunning performance, pals. I am officially naming you members of our crew. No way! So we're real pirates? We fulfilled our end of the deal. Will you take us to Wraith Island now? Aye, in this crew, a mate in need is a quest indeed. Huzzah! Your boat is huge. I can't wait to see the kitchen. Hold your horses, son. That there ship ain't ours. No, no, no. We be right this way. The Oakham skiff ain't much to look at, but it'll get y'all across the shallow mire to Wraith Island alright. Just gotta stick to that canal, no open sea for us till we get a proper vessel. So unless y'all have some unfinished business, we can set sail for Wraith Island right now. We're ready. Take in the sunlight, pals. I hear Wraith Island is real gloomy. Yeah, a good old soul-based dweller'll do that. Nothing you solstice folks can't fix, of course. Well, at least I hope so. Wouldn't want to end up moving there permanently. What do you mean? Don't you know about the one-way trip thing? Well, here's another one y'all have never heard before. No one that's been to Wraith Island has ever returned. Why not? Keenathan? Stories say that the Dweller of Woe has mind control powers. After setting foot on Wraith Island, people are cursed to remain there for the rest of their lives. And life on Wraith Island is lived day by day, for no one knows who the Dweller will prey on next. Prey? These things feed, ain't you heard? Aye, every so often, the Dweller sings with her cursed voice, compelling one of the denizens of Wraith Island to sleepwalk into her lair, never to return. Okay, that's... But why would people even go there then? Beats me. Curiosity, boredom, a need to escape? You'll get to ask soon enough. Did you guys know about all this? Don't worry, Garl. It's what we've been trained for. And the headmaster is in charge of the mission. He's dealt with many dwellers before. Erlina and Brewgaves will be there too, and they're much stronger than us. I'm sure you can handle it, it's just kind of giving me the creeps. The eclipse makes the dwellers weak to our magic. Everything will be fine. And don't forget, it's the last dweller. Pretty surreal to think we'll be the ones to see the end of it all after centuries of struggle. That means you'll be free from duty. We can travel the world. Ahoy, Captain. Seems the sun be setting. Don't you blink now, or you'll miss it. Behold, the legendary ghost ship that appears at dusk, the Vespertine. Quite the prize. The Vespertine will be ours one day, or my name is not Keenathan. All in due time, mateys. For now, we're about to hit the docks. Look alive and brace yourselves. By overcoming the dead wizard's illusions, our heroes have secured passage to Wraith Island in time for the eclipse. In this place, where the night is everlasting and the dead still live, they brace themselves to fight the last known dweller. While evil forces prepare to play their hand, fear is set to strike very close to home. This place is gloomy. All part of the curse around here. Headmaster Moraine calls it the Night Shroud. It's an old Fleshmancer curse that prevents any sunlight from reaching the island. So even after you defeat the Dweller? Yeah, there ain't no fixing that one, but hey, it's a living. Speaking of which, the town of Lucent should be just ahead. We'll be kicking it back at the local tavern. Can't wait till y'all take care of business anyway. Yolanda, why come here with us if you knew how dangerous it was? We be trusting the captain, and seems the captain be trusting y'all. If our adventure is to end here, I say so be it. We have remained loyal to the end and seen that much more of the world. Right on, Keenathan. Hey, you should come see us at the inn. We'll be playing some music. You play music? Aye, Captain wants us to practice cheering up the places we visit. Well, onwards then. Valtrade's invitation sounds fun. How about we go to the inn and take it easy for a little while? It's not like there's anything more you can do until the others get here. I suppose we did arrive early. Oh, don't feel bad. You've accomplished so much already. Plus this cleansing thing, fighting a dweller must be a pretty big deal. Might as well be fully rested, don't you think? I guess we could take a short break. Alright, let's make for Lucent. Well, if we go toward the right and then down, you'll see that there's a campfire waiting for us as well as a save point. So we'll go ahead and save it and do a little bit of resting. Let's go up. There's a material straight ahead of the campfire, and then over toward the right side you can run under this tree limb, these big roots, and you're able to interact with these monsters who are of the undead type. What I like to do for this fight is use Hurl to move the enemies close to one another, and then that will allow Valere to do pretty good work with her Moonerang. And this is the time that I actually got 25 of the bounces to get the bouncy trophy. Now, as that's happening, you can see on one of the enemies that has this like poison skull symbol. We can't do anything about that right now, so it's completely impossible for us to block that attack. We're just going to have to deal with it, but we can lessen its effects by using the things to break most of them. What it does is it uses the Chomp Chomp skill to do a lot of damage to us and also heal at the same time. all you have to do is try to dodge that right before it's about to fall down on you. And the other enemy just teleports toward us and does a pretty easy to dodge attack. Here it's going to try to chomp us again, so again we can't do a whole lot against it, we're just going to have to deal with it as best as possible. After that fight, let's head on over toward the right side. There's some things that we need to pick up. And you can hop down from this ledge here and you can go ahead and go toward the right side. There's a rainbow conch hiding underneath the bridge that you walk across. There's some mushrooms and then you can run up into this hidden area. There's some more mushrooms and a treasure chest at the top. It will disappear and be replaced by these 3 enemies that we fought before. Now, it has 2 different things that it can do. If it just has the timer without the different emblems, that means that it's going to do a normal attack. If it has the emblems, what it does is it will do a group heal and keep its other friends alive. So ideally you want to disable that as best as possible so that it's not healing its friends or healing in a minimal amount. And we're going to use that Moonerang once again to do a good job of removing as many of these things as possible so that it's not doing a whole lot of healing to its friends. After the fight, the treasure chest comes back, and if we open up, we get a calcite lid that is a new weapon for Garl. So go ahead and throw that on if you want. Otherwise, we're going to head over toward the left side, crawling up on here, and then we can run around that same pathway without jumping down this time. We get to the other side, and we can attack the enemies over here. There's a couple of them, and we're going to use the same tactics as before, trying to eliminate them as quickly as possible. These guys are kind of annoying in the fact that the zombie looking dudes can heal themselves with their chomp chomp ability, and also the other monster can heal as well. So lots of healing going on with the enemy at this point, but if we can disable their attacks, we'll be able to put up with them a lot faster. Those fights were the only things we had to do here and picking up those couple treasure chests, so let's go all the way to the right side and then we can leave. Just want to thank you so much for watching these videos. I really appreciate all the support that you've been giving them. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with the rest of this series, and then also leave me a comment down below letting me know what you think about this. I appreciate all those little things. They really help the channel out, and that is very good for our whole community. We're going to pick up next time here in the town of Lucent, but that will have to wait until the next part. So thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good day.